Will having a big list will make you a ton of money? Let's find out on this video. Hey guys, what's up? Hernan Vazquez here. Welcome to another video, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about email lists. And there's kind of a myth out there that having a huge list, an email list of purchasers and customers will actually make you a ton of money. Now the reality is that I would say that it will strongly depend on your niche. And this video and this mindset shift, or this rant, if you would, because that's what it is. It is a rant. It doesn't matter how you put it, it's a rant. This rant could be applied to pretty much anything, from the people that are following you on Instagram, to how many YouTube subscribers you have, to how many people you have in your list, etc. And how many contacts you have per day, for example. Because here's the deal, and here's what I think. Over the past 15 days, I've been talking to amazing entrepreneurs over the phone, on strategy goals, I have been lucky enough to find some way of helping out people. And I get on calls with amazing entrepreneurs. And the reality is that I find a ton of people that they have huge lists. And we're talking about 50 to 100,000 people on their list, and they're not making any money. They're not making any money whatsoever. And I'm not saying they're making little money in those terms. No, they're not making any money whatsoever with that list. On the other hand, I found people that they have 1,000 people, 500 people on their list, and they're making a killing. So there are basically two things that I think influence the size of your list and how much money you will make. One, the first factor that will influence how much money you're making with your list, in my opinion, is your niche. Because, let's compare something. This channel is fairly new. I've been uploading videos, let's say, for the past, maybe 6 months. And the reality is that the growth has been great. We have just passed the 500 subscribers. Woohoo! But compared to some other channels like fitness or gaming, Minecraft gaming, this channel gets dwarfed like immensely. But the reality is this: potentially, since I'm talking about internet marketing and conversions and sales funnels and SEO, I do not need to have 15 million subscribers to make money. Also, the goal of this channel is not to make money from AdSense. In fact, I think I made 20 cents last month, which is pretty cool. But the reality is that I'm not trying to make money with this channel. So subscriber count and views, of course they're important, but they're not that important. I'm just trying to give value, However, if you're in the gaming niche and you are followed by a bunch of 13-year-old kids that potentially they do not have money still to purchase your stuff, you do need to make a good living out of YouTube AdSense or the YouTube Partners program. All right, now let's kind of think on that spectrum in your email list. The same happens with your email list. Again, I talked to people that they have 30, 50,000 people on their list, but they are not actively engaged, and there's a niche that people do not have a ton of money. It happened to me on the Spanish market. It is that you should be calculating around $1 per subscriber. On other countries, I would say 25 cents per subscriber. Not because it's not to diminish those people, but it is what it is. Latin America, etc. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that some other people that I've contact with, they work with 4, 5, maybe 10 clients. So they do not need a huge list, and they are making a ton of money, like in the millions and several millions per year, okay? So you need to have that in mind. So, factor number one would be the niche, all right? So that's factor number one. Factor number two is, in my opinion, is not the size of the list, but as my good friend and mentor Frank Kern would say, it's in the relationship that you have with your list. You could have a 500 people list that are highly engaged, credit card in hand, ready to purchase from you, and that will be much more valuable than if you have 10,000, 20,000 people in your list that you haven't mailed for the past 6 months. All right, so you need to reactivate them, and the value per subscribers will change dramatically, because in one end you could have, $20, $30 value per subscriber, for a 500 people list. That is $10,000 to $15,000 a month worth of your list. And then on the other hand, maybe your subscribers, they are worth 20 cents or 50 cents. Not because each subscriber is worth less, but the relationship that you have developed with that list is not the best. So my suggestion would be, do not focus on the size of your list. The size doesn't matter on these cases. What does matter is the relationship that you have with your list. And provide value to them, provide good insights to them, keep in touch at least 2 or 3 times a week, and be honest with them. When you're trying to sell them something, just sell them something, okay? Do not try to beat around the bush and say, hey, I'm trying to sell you this, but this is not a promotion. That's not how it works, okay? You need to respect your subscribers and tell them, hey, I'm giving you all of this free value. What do you think it's on the paid side of things? Way better stuff, So you need to be really open about it and give value first and then ask later. The typical jab, right hook from Gary Vaynerchuk, which it's a beautiful metaphor, by the way. So do not get discouraged if you do not have a big list. You can still make a ton of money. Put in perspective your niche and know that there's a ton of money to be made even with a small list, as long as you have a good relationship with them. All right, guys? And this applies again to your Instagram following. It's not about having 1 million followers. It's about having 500 really engaged followers. And then once you get to that point when you're making money, then you can scale and replicate the process to get another 500 really engaged followers, and then another 500, and then maybe you get to 10,000 really engaged followers, and you're making a killing. All right, guys? So thank you once again for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever, just drop me a comment below. I would be thrilled to go through them, and I try to answer them all, even on the same day or the other day basis, which is pretty cool. All right, guys? Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.